What is the worst gift you've ever received for your birthday? My uncle and aunt gave me a broken toy car when I was like 5. They let my cousin play with it before it was my birthday and he broke it. These are not so bad, but I remember them because they made me confused. When I was 10, my grandma gave me a plain white towel. I wasn't good at hiding my disappointment, so my mom made me apologize and pretend that I loved it. There was no way that I could tell it apart from all the other plain white towels we had. One birthday my mom gave me 2 dresses without a receipt. One was size XL, one was size XS. My size is M. I didn't ask her what she was thinking. An anti-aging cream. Would be cool if I wasn't 9 years old. Opened it and it was obvious it was used before, also had a hair in it. Mom put it in trash immediately. A keychain in the shape of Texas with the name and phone number of a random traffic lawyer. I've never been to Texas or expressed interest in the state, and I didn't know the lawyer. One year my uncle got me batteries, with a note that said toy not included. Another year he wrote IOU on a piece of paper. Last birthday I lived with my family, they all went out to eat without me, lol. My asshole Mill gave me her used bathrobe. I don't know how one could possibly say fuck you more eloquently without words than that. Still stuns me 20 plus years later. I was buying $5 CD I wanted on my birthday. My, now, ex said he hadn't gotten me a gift yet, so he said he'd just buy it for my gift. About a week later I was buying groceries, and a $5 bill was in my change and he is eyeing it. He tells me, hey, you never paid me back for the CD I got you for your birthday. So, I gave him the money for it. When I was in my tweens, my cousin decided to give me his copy of Dead Space, really awesome title BTW, for my birthday. I was really happy because that was the first time someone other than my parents gave me a gift. He messaged me 2 days later for the game back because a new suit came out for the game dash. My husband died and due to the logistics of everything, his funeral was on my birthday. Pretty crappy present to say the least. My dad's side of the family used to give my siblings and me entire Costco-sized packs of corn muffin mix for our birthdays/Christmas. Always corn muffin, never any other kind. Like, we would unwrap the present and it would be 10 boxes of corn muffin mix. I can't offer you more context because there literally isn't any. It was always a mystery. My parents used to fight about it, lol. A birthday cake that I was then asked to pay for. I don't eat cake. Last year for Christmas I got a half-eaten meat basket from my in-laws. The summer sausage was cut in half and wrapped with plastic wrap and the cheese spread had been opened. Nothing. No card, no gift, not even a happy birthday. My mom asked me a few days later what I had been up to. I said, oh, nothing much, just turned 30 on the 7th. Never seen her get so quiet. Not really a gift per se. All I asked for was that my mom and sister not antagonize one another during my birthday dinner over something stupid. I wound up leaving for an hour before either of them noticed I'd left. My boyfriend broke up with me. When I started crying and mentioned how it was a shitty gift, he said, oh shit. I forgot it's your birthday. A box of chocolates with some eaten from the box. My aunt thought they were for the house, but the person gifting it gave them to me anyway. Same birthday, my mother gave me a file folder with pictures she cut out of a catalog with notes like, I know you like these, maybe one day you'll get them. Bizarre, to say the very least. A day at an amusement park where my father explicitly went out of his way to make it excruciatingly clear that we were not there for my birthday. I was 8. I got a tube sock filled with nickels and hard candy from a purse. When I was a kid, my dad gave me the money I got for Christmas on my birthday. Christmas, I got money. Birthday, I was allowed to spend it. My uncle gave me a Xbox Live Points card for my birthday. When I went to redeem it, it said card not activated. This happened 2 years in a row until my mom told him about it. I got a box of cereal from my mother, all gift wrapped and with a bow. My girlfriend was having dinner with us, and my mother gave it to me just as we were finishing dinner. My girlfriend was so confused. I had to later explain to her that it was just my mother's way of humiliating me, because that's what she likes to do. Edit, a few years later, my parents gave me a handheld stainless steel urinal. I was visibly confused, so they both ridiculed me for not understanding the joke. Still confused, I asked them to explain the joke. They didn't, and continued to tell me how stupid I was for not understanding just how funny the joke was. A little before my 11th birthday I got into an argument with my 8-year-old step-brother because he trashed my room, stole $30 out of my wallet, and convinced my sister, 13yo, that it was a good idea to lock me in a closet for 2 hours. I'm claustrophobic. He told his mum, my dad's girlfriend, that it was my fault and I staged my room, and that I didn't mind being in the closet because he and my sister gave me a pillow and a couple of blankets. Of course I got blamed for the whole thing. I woke up the next morning to find out that everyone, parents, 6 siblings, had left me at home with my abusive grandmother to go to a waterpark. A shirt that was an XS while I, at 14, was obviously an XL, and from the same asshat, a cassette tape that didn't work. I was too oblivious to understand at the time it was intentional and mean, and I politely thanked them as they laughed in my face. Ugh. Wish I could go back and change my response. Gift card to a game store that went out of business 2 days before my birthday. I got laid off. My 21st birthday fell on a Friday and I was working on a temporary contract job at the time. We had a conference call in the middle of the week telling us that the contract was ending early and Friday would be the last day. The year my husband invited friends over for my birthday, so I got to make my own birthday cake, along with dinner for 8 people, and received no gifts. I was an overweight teen and my aunt got me a scale for my 15th birthday. Everyone forgetting that my birthday happened despite the fact that I'm a twin, but everyone remembered my twin's birthday instead of mine. Edit, to clarify some things, I'm a fraternal twin. My twin brother is taller and looks older than I am. He was a college football player. I'm a slightly shorter, skinny person who looks vaguely Hispanic while also looking white at the same time, despite the fact I'm half Japanese. My twin is a more outgoing person than I am. I'm a very quiet/introverted personality. IDFK, how my parents forgot. They just did. I had to pay the bar tab after celebrating my birthday. Everyone else dipped. On her 21st birthday, my sister received a very nice handgun from our dad. Murica. I liked guns a lot, so I was excited when my 21st birthday came around. Y'all, my dad gave me 2 pair of pleat front khakis. The kind that make you look like you're wearing a diaper under them. To top it off, they were a size too small. I have a few. I was taken to a steakhouse for my birthday one year. They all knew I was a vegetarian, but my family all wanted steak. I had complimentary bread and coleslaw for my birthday that year. I planned a big party when I was 16, almost everyone I invited said yes, then no one showed up. An ex-BF and I had planned a weekend getaway for my 30th at a fancy hotel. We were supposed to meet there. He never showed. He claimed he'd been called into work, but I think he was cheating on me. I ended up getting sick, food poisoning maybe, had to beg the front desk to bring me some bread in the middle of the night. I checked out at dawn to drive myself to HRS to home. I loved celebrating my birthday as a kid, but now I actively ignore it. Nothing, and my step-siblings and stepmom ate the cake my grandma had made for it before I got home from staying the night at my friend's the previous day. Later I found out my stepmom had taken my toys that were a gift from my extended family and given them to my stepbrothers, so yeah, that was pretty shitty. Edit. There are other stories if anyone wants to hear them. Some of them are more recent, some are older, but her entitlement is a treasure trove of stories. Alcoholic chocolates from my brother for my 9th birthday. He just ended up eating them himself. It was the worst but also the most thoughtful. This was the 90s and skateboarding was going popular again. My dad has always thought bigger is better, so he got me some monster truck wheels on a cheap deck. At first I was upset, but I realized he was just trying his best to understand my interests. A full glass of wine splashed on purpose on my face. Not remembering it, and I was just a child. My grandma told me my gift was that she was going to quit smoking, for my 13th birthday. Had it been true it would have been great, but she gave this gift to me many times already. Finding out that my extended family was well aware my whole life of the abuse I suffered, but felt that it wasn't their place to interfere in private family business. That was the beginning of the end of my relationship with my aunts, uncles, and cousins. I had just worked off the baby weight and was finally down to a small again. My mom, who loves to take digs at my weight, bought me a bunch of tent-like drape-y clothes and a box of golf balls. From my dad. On my 12th birthday. I have never played golf. An illegal turtle. And I mean literally just a turtle. He said, "Open your hands," and then dropped a tiny turtle into my hands. I had to buy a tank and food and a heating lamp. It cost quite a bit. Nothing. As in, nobody remembered it. No gift. No card. No phone call. Nothing. At least I had a cute kitty to cuddle up with. But, yeah, that was a sorta sucky year. My, now ex-boyfriend gifted me a flight pillow for my bad neck. I was shifting super heavy loads for work and couldn't properly reach a part of my neck to rub it like I wanted. It wasn't so much the gift that stung, but the fact that I would always rub his back or neck if he asked. He would never rub mine, and his solution was to gift me a pillow from a recent flight he took. Cool. Thanks, man. My dad threatened to kill himself when I turned 21 earlier this year. Gift card for a steakhouse. I'm a vegetarian. 2 geese. I live in an apartment. What the fuck was I supposed to do with 2 geese? I asked my parents to watch them for me and the dogs ate them. That ends the tale of Grandma nostalgically giving out farm animals to her grandchildren, none of which have a farm. An alarm clock when I was about 14. I was anemic and always tired, and my parents thought it a hilarious present. I found it less hilarious when it went off at 6:30 a.m., and when I was not immediately grateful for the gift, they drove off and took my sister to a water park and a restaurant for the day and left me alone. Edit. Thanks for the award. And for those wondering if I am okay, I am a remarkably well-adjusted human despite my parents. My worst birthday was my 14th. I had caught whooping cough about a month, maybe 6 weeks earlier, so I wasn't really sick anymore, but my diaphragm was still all messed up. With whooping cough, you can cough so hard you throw up, and it can kind of become automatic, or at least it did with me. My parents took me to my favorite restaurant, which was sweet, but I still wasn't even back in school because I was throwing up every time I coughed/sneezed/hiccuped/cleared my throat. Made it most of the way through dinner, and made it most of the way to the bathroom before puking up my favorite meal from my favorite restaurant, all over the bathroom door. I grew up in a small town. That story made it back to school before I did. And I never went back to that restaurant. On my 16th birthday I was gifted the phone number of the girl my boyfriend at the time was cheating with. LOL. My mom got me a makeup holding purse. I have never worn makeup in my life. I've always had pretty bad birthdays since I was a kid. My mom was a single mom and missed most of them in business trips. When she was home she would forget them. One year she got me the remake of Pokemon Red, left it in the bag with the receipt showing bought it 5 min before seeing me. One year she decides to go all out to make up for it. I'm with my then girlfriend now wife. I told her that I've always had horrible birthdays. Anyway, my mom takes us to Vegas, gets us tickets to see my favorite comedian, we get in town, drink, go to bed, wake up on my birthday. Our family dog died. We drive home ugly, crying the whole time. On my 29th birthday, my ex broke up with me. My dad gave me a copy of the book I Hate Myself and Want to Die, the 52 most depressing songs you've ever heard. He is unaware of my ongoing mental health problems, including a previous suicide attempt. Edit. Thank you so much for the awards. I also want to clarify that I'm significantly better now than I was. Much like a dodgy knee, my mental health will probably always be something I need to put effort into. Some days I will need the brain equivalent of a knee brace, some days painkillers, and some days a wheelchair. But there is never a day that I'm not glad my attempt failed. I remember one year my dad said, "I got you the same thing your mom got you, nothing." He hadn't let me see my mom for 6 years and counting. I cried myself to sleep that night. My dad is pretty well off. Retired. Doesn't have to worry about money at all. You get the picture. Well, I'm not well off. I'm actually well under the poverty line. I'm his only child. Every year I get the same thing from him for my birthday, nothing. My mother-in-law gifted me a makeover twice. My boyfriend's mom gave me these 2 vases full of little gifts intended for a gender reveal. A boy vase, blue sand, blue tubes of baby lotion and diaper cream and little trucks. A girl vase, pink sand, a stuffed bunny and pink baby lotion and diaper cream. I had a miscarriage a month before. I'll also say, nothing. Twice, actually, both times from my wife when I turned 30 and then 40, respectively. When I turned 30 and there was nothing, I chalked it up to our marriage being shitty at the time and I had just learned she's an Aspie. But when I turned 40 and there was nothing, and I just sat and ate stale Trader Joe's waffles for dinner alone at our dining room table while she and the kids did whatever, I realized that I am truly alone in this life. I came home one weekend from college, about 2 days before my birthday, and found my parents had left the day before I came home to go to the Bahamas for a week. Just got money after they came back, but was odd coming home to learn my parents went to the Bahamas during my birthday without telling me. The year I lost my license, my father got me an AutoZone gift card. The promise of a present that I never actually got. My dad gave me men's deodorant on my 10th birthday. I'm a girl. Probably a Furby, yeah, I'm old. That thing never shut up. My grandparents got me a half-used bottle of shampoo. My parents had to drive to their house and get it out of their shower. It was when shampoo and made half my hair fall out. In high school, my then boyfriend got me an Xbox controller. For his Xbox, my 6-year-old got a used Amazon gift card with no money on it. The other kids' parents probably just grabbed the wrong card. I never brought it up with them. Got the night off work and was waiting for my ex to get off work and come over to hang out. He forgot to get the night off. I sat there all night drinking, waiting for him, watching movies. The next day a coworker told me when my boyfriend had gotten out of work he saw him leave with a female coworker of ours. Turns out they went to the bar, got wasted that night, and he went to her place and screwed her. And again in the morning when they woke up,